Hey guys, welcome back to NCR. Today we're going to do a bit of an overview of all the bits and pieces that I use to make my data overlaid track day videos. A lot of you guys have asked in the comments, what gear do I use? How do I make that happen? So I thought it would be a good idea to pop a quick video together, show you all the bits, give you an understanding about how they work, and then hopefully you guys can do the same. This is a very budget conscious grassroots setup. There are far more impressive motorsport specific bits of gear that you can buy. This will get you most of the way there, allow you to do some circuit tools analysis and things like that without breaking the bank. So what do we have here? We've got your generic smartphone. Doesn't matter whether it's Android or iPhone, it just needs to have RaceChrono Pro on it. I can't remember how much that cost. It's got to be less than 20 bucks. We've got a 10 Hertz GPS sensor. I use a dual XGPS 160. 10 Hertz is important because it will be within a tenth of the official timing. My NatSoft timing and my GPS timing always line up really well. You will need a GoPro. This is the current model 13. I think anything after, say, version 8 or so will work with the current version of RaceChrono. This is a thing that catches most people out, so you'll have to ensure compatibility between the phone, RaceChrono and the GoPro. I use a little OBD2 dongle to get data from the car, throttle position, brakes, etc, etc. I think I got this guy on eBay for, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks or something. You want the nicer model one. The speed is important so that the channels are updating as quickly as possible. This last little guy here is optional, and we'll get into why you might need that later, but effectively it is just a USB-C and a SD card adapter. It will allow you to put SD cards into the computer, but also more importantly into the phone if you need to speed up that data transfer. Alright, so now we've got all of our bits and pieces. You will need to configure them in RaceChrono, which is done in the settings screen. You just go through and add each of the devices. You need to make sure that that is done well and truly before you start trying to record session data. From there, we'll start recording our session. We need to make sure that our GPS module has been turned on, and you'll see it'll connect to the GPS. It's not going to grab a satellite. We are in the shed at the moment. It'll try and connect to the ODB2 dongle as well. Because we've got no GPS, we will select a track. We'll just go Winton, and from there we would connect our camera. It's important that the GoPro is in sleep mode, which means you've turned it on earlier in the day and it's ready to receive some commands from RaceChrono. On the camera screen, you'll see it connect and you'll see the GoPro fire up. That's now ready to go. Once we see the amount of time remaining on the SD card, we're ready to hit record. From the minute we hit record, the GoPro and the RaceChrono data will be linked, and that will make exporting and overlaying that data a lot easier later. So if we hit record, you'll see camera starts to record. It's now recording, and then when we finish the session we would just hit back. Do we want to confirm to stop our session? Yes, and everything stops. Now if you've done all that correctly, when you jump into your sessions, I'll just pick one, you'll see there's a video associated with it. In this case it mentions 2 files because it's aware of there being one on the GoPro, which is not found because the GoPro is off, and also one in the internal storage, which I've transferred across from here. If you have transferred directly from the GoPro to RaceChrono, then you won't need to worry about synchronizing any of those. If you've transferred with the memory card reader across, then you will have to manually synchronize them. There's a fair bit more work in that. I will link to a video or a resource that shows how you might go about that. Once you've confirmed that there are some videos associated with the session, you can jump into exporting, and you can pick whether you want to export laps, the whole session, and then start messing around with your overlaid video. I'll put a link down below that shows how you go about overlaying data and what the process looks like, because it will vary from device to device. You can also change the export type and choose one of the other options here that will allow you to export out into circuit tools and do some lap analysis and those sorts of things as well. And there you have it, a very quick crash course in how to record GoPro data and GPS data and ODB2 data into RaceChrono and export that, and hopefully it will look a little bit something like this. Hopefully that all made sense, but if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. Just keep in mind that it will vary from device to device, and there are so many different options out there that you will need to do a bit of research and work out what suits your car, your data acquisition requirements, and of course your budget. But yep, any questions you've got, just pop them in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.